So people on the internet, which he claims not to look at, and I don't, even though I'm not disparaging these fine gentlemen that had that somehow convinced Aaron to come on their show. I guess they convinced him under the guise that they would be talking about boxing. And I think that that was their intention. However, well, I think it was kind of their intention. Husey, I believe is the gentleman's name, and I think it's his show. And then he had his buddy, the Aussie guy on. And I'm just going to show you the clip because it's fascinating. I thought Aaron was busy. I thought Toe was busy. Thought he was hanging out with Slam Piece. You're welcome for the nickname, by the way. Thought he was hanging out with SP. I thought when he clocks out, I'm watching the game. I'm hanging out with the neighbors. You haven't heard much about the neighbors recently, have you? I watch. I will not deny that I watch it. I can't stop watching it every now and again. And all day, every day. I watch the clips now. Whee! I watched this morning. You can't stop. He's the toe that can't stop jamming. What on earth would make you go on anyone's show? What do you think they're going to talk to you about? You have a court case like upcoming or what have you. I maybe a couple. What do you think people want to talk to you about? You have to stop thinking you're the cool guy. You have to. They don't just like you. So this is the clip. This is what it was. We'll fast forward a little bit, because I don't know how much is interesting. But the cope today, this morning, was unbelievable. Unbelievable. So let's see.
I actually genuinely want to ask about your show. I mean, we could, we could talk Vikings if you want to soften the blow a little bit. But no, I wanted to ask you about your show because, like, people are talking about the fact you did mention going back to radio in September. I'll just give my own overview thoughts. It does come across at the moment, whether you like it or not, it comes across that you actually hate your show right now. Oops. Like, I'm wondering, and a lot of people are wondering, what's next for your show? Is the radio thing still happening? Have you gone back and you just haven't told any of it?
It is. There was a little thing that happened back in May that we're going to have to...
So this is the guy's show, Husey. This is Aussie guy who is his guest. Husey does a good job of not saying anything and just looking completely despondent. And then Aaron is here dressed in his I don't know, looking like a Make-A-Wish kid he has matching football or whatever, what have you, gear on. And this guy's going to start talking about things that maybe the toe doesn't want to talk about. Then yeah. Why would anybody do that? Why? Yeah, no, Aaron, they want to be your friend.
Take care of before that all gets handled. But yeah, no, everything's great. I love doing my show. I get people kind of read a little too much into stuff on the internet. I get it. I just don't take the bait. And I think that's a lot of the big problem. I don't, hang around after the show and read shit and watch shit and stuff like that. So if that means it doesn't seem like I'm interested in it, I apologize. I'll put in a little more effort, but no, I still have a good time.
But there is a lot of examples of you, like you are honestly just sitting there going, we've got to hit this goal. Like the goal is kind of consuming what you are at the moment, and you're constantly back to that goal. And
well, yeah, I mean, you got to make enough money to keep going. But I have a good time doing it. I really do, and I do. I appreciate your concern. I'm not trying to belittle it or anything like that. I have a good time doing it. I don't know what else to tell you.
About 12 months ago, well, not about, exactly 12 months ago, you said if you're still begging for money in 12 months, that'd be the end of it. Have you seem to have changed?
There's a lot of shit that's changed.
12 months ago, well, not about, exactly 12 months ago, you said if you're still begging for money in 12 months, that'd be the end of it. Have you seem to have changed?
There's a lot of shit that's changed in 12 months, believe me, buddy. Yeah. And just like everything else I say, I'm allowed to change my mind whenever the fuck I want to.
You are allowed. So that's it. You just change your mind.
Like me.
Your attitude's changed. You're happy to just keep going after that goal.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Does it bother you? Like, does it?
Oh my God! Like, is there a certain way you want me to answer you? Is there?
No. I'm just asking.
You had one question and I didn't answer it the way you wanted to. So now you're asking me kind of the same question 3 different ways.
No, it's
I wanted to come on here. I want to talk a little boxing with you. I thought that's what we were doing, and now. Is it? No,
Aaron, like I said before, your neighbors don't want to hang out with you. Now they especially don't want to hang out with you. That you're an alleged revenge porner. Your kids probably don't want to hang out with you. These two don't want to hang out with you and talk about boxing. You know, read the room. Read it a little bit. And why do this? You wanted to go talk to 2 internet people about boxing, and then when people start bringing things up, Araya said it best. He takes the bait every time. He takes the bait in a stupid, silly hat. So embarrassing. I got to hand it to this gentleman over here. Look at him. He doesn't say a word. He just sits there and like watches it happen like, this is great. And I believe it's his show. I believe. I don't know. I'm not quite positive, but I will look into it and I will subscribe. Tozeldorf.
An interview process
if you want to do an interview with me, I'd be glad to do an interview with you. That would be great. I'm not here to do an interview with you today. And I'll be honest with you, you trying to like start an interview with me today under the pretext of this, I'm not impressed by it. I don't like, it seems a little like backdoor shenanigans.
I mean, Husey invited me on the show and I came on the show.
No, I'll do an interview with you. If you want to DM me or talk to me or anything, you want to set up an interview or something, we can do.
You want to do an interview tomorrow?
So he's setting one up.
10 a.m. Eastern. I do my show.
The fucking Vikings are on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Vikings.
No, it's football day. Got to watch it when it
airs. The whole day is Vikings day. No, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of fucking around. I probably won't do an interview with you.
Oh, well,
I probably won't.
Which
you just kind of the whole way you kind of jumped on this when this was pitched is like, we're going to go on and talk boxing and shit today. I'm not impressed by it. I'm not impressed by how you went about doing this.
Hughes invited me on the show. It's not.
No one cares if they impress you. You do realize that, right? Your neighbors aren't trying to impress you. Okay. You're hanging on by a thread with your co-hosts. They're certainly not trying to impress you. Why would these people try to impress you?
Well, not to interview me, though. Like, not to interview me. It's kind of, no offense, kind of a scumbag move.
Scumbag move.
That's
all
how I
right,
kind of
I
perceive it.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
let's talk scumbag moves.
Ooh.
What about, you told a story about how you got like nose to
No.
nose.
I'm not gonna.
Nose
No,
to nose with your
we're not
wife
gonna
in
sit
an
here
argument.
and do fucking errand stories. If you want to sit here and impress, I don't know who you're trying to impress.
I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm asking
run
you
through
questions.
everything I've ever
They're
done.
trying to impress
I'm not interested. I'll be honest. If you want to cut it here, we can cut it here, and then we can keep going. If you want to make this about all the problems I have with Aaron Imholt, figure that out on your own time.
Okay, Aaron, that's fine.
Any issues? If you say one more fucking word about any problem you have with me, I'll be.
He is fresh out of jail. He said he was going to turn himself in because he had a warrant. The revenge porn thing, right? And he acted as if jail was the best day of his life, a hotel that you couldn't check out of until a certain time. That's a very positive spin. Good on you, Tozeldorf. He's fresh out of that. And he decides, I'll trust these two people. I'll trust that somebody must like me. Somebody must just want to talk about boxing with me. They won't make fun of my hat or my one is the loneliest number jersey. They won't bring up anything that would be insane to talk about live on the air, so that maybe, somebody may find it from many of the court cases I'm going through, right? No, they will. They like me. They like me. They really like me. Sally Field, when she said that, she meant it. No, you like me. You really like me. It came from the heart. You're more of an Anne Hathaway, Toe.
Be glad to take off. I got better shit to do. But if you want to drop it now and we can keep going, then you can drop it now and we can keep going.
Okay, Aaron, you've laid your cards on the table. I accept that.
Agreed.
Okay. You don't want to talk about this stuff. You don't want someone to challenge you.
That's not what I came here to talk about. I'll talk about it on my show.
No, that's fine. This is
Hughes' show. Somewhere else.
Can I talk, please? I just let you talk. Can I talk?
If you're going to say one more fucking word about me or anything you were trying to do with me or anything else, no, I'm not going to let you talk. Because honestly, it was kind of a shitty, underhanded way to try and bring up issues you have with me. I don't know who you are.
I don't have issues with you.
I'm not with you. But now you're asking me all this shit about me on a show where I'm a guest. I didn't come here to be interviewed by whoever the fuck you are.
I'm just asking questions people want answered, Aaron. That's all.
They can watch my
You don't know who he is. Do you know the other gentleman either who hasn't stuck up for you once or said, hey, buddy, don't talk about that? That's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about boxing. No. Hughesy just lets this gentleman, the Aussie guy, go on and on because they're laughing at you. You don't know who either of them are. Go knock on the neighbor's door again if you need social interaction. Call up Slam Piece. What did you think would happen? What did you honestly think would happen?
Then they can watch my show and they can ask him.
Okay, but Aaron, it's fine. This is Hughes's show, and I don't want to ruin Hughes's show and have his guests walk off because of me. So if you're not going to answer my questions, then fine. I'll drop it. It's fine. You've stated who you are here today. You are a coward and don't want to answer my questions. That's fine.
You are complete chicken shit. Oh, you are cute. Anymore. I'm sorry you didn't get the one-on-one sit down with Aaron that you wanted. I apologize.
I got invited on the show, and I said, absolutely, I'll take the opportunity to talk.
Kind of shitty, though, for you to agree
That's
on
what I
someone
did as a
else's show,
broadcaster,
and then
Aaron.
go,
As
I
the
want to ask
broadcaster,
questions
I
to
took an
Aaron on
opportunity to
Hughesy's
talk
show.
to somebody.
It's kind of it is kind of a chicken shit move, though. Like you're kind of a bitch for doing it that way.
For getting invited on the show and coming on the show.
Well, because it seems like you had ulterior motives. Like, I'll come on when air. I get it, dude. Everyone operates that way when it comes to me. I'll go on Hughesy's show, and I'll get to sneak in a few questions about Aaron that I saw on Reddit. Dude,
Hughesy's not stopping him.
Mike Tyson, you're kind of a rat fuck piece of shit. Like it's kind of a bitch move.
I'm a rat fuck.
You're kind of a rat fuck piece of shit. Yeah, you're literally a rat fuck piece of shit.
Your wife in because she left you. She decided
that's what you wanted to do. I got you to admit it. That's what you wanted to come here for. You didn't give a shit about Hughesy's show. You didn't give a shit about what he wanted to do.
You just called me a rat. You just called me a rat.
You wanted to talk about Aaron. You wanted to talk about me.
Of course, Aaron. Of course.
Thank you for admitting it.
You've got all this crazy shit going on in your life.
I do.
Why wouldn't I want to talk about it?
The Steeltoe Morning Show, 6 to 10 a.m. Central Time, to hear all about it instead of Dean.
You're not allowed to talk about it, you dumb fuck.
How did you know his surname?
Yeah, that's.
I investigate everybody.
Oh,
yeah. That's all right. No, that's fine. If you're not gonna,
that's the fourth time you said it's fine. Central Time to hear all about it instead of Dean Hoozits from Australia.
How did you know his surname?
Yeah, that's.
I investigate everybody.
Oh,
yeah. That's all right. No, that's fine. If you're not gonna.
That's the fourth time you said it's fine. Are you sure it's fine, Dean? Are you sure?
He's a walking contradiction.
You haven't made up your mind. The last 3 times you said it was fine, you kept going. Are you sure it's fine?
Well, I kept going because you kept going. If you're going to keep going, I'll keep going. Yeah, you were the one who said I'm not going to talk about any of this.
I started the Aaron questions. You're right, Dean. Now, is it fine? I want to make sure.
Again, I haven't asked you any more questions. I've just responded to what you've said. Like, you called me a rat. So I
called you a rat fuck piece of shit.
All right. Well, yeah, rat fuck piece of shit. Yeah. So I just wanted to respond.
And by the way, you stand by that statement.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm a rat fuck piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never ever sold out.
You and I agree on that one.
With some fucking internet views. I've never done that. So
you give it a shot. It actually can be kind of fun.
Yeah, no, I love my wife and I respect her. And
that shit's overrated. You
didn't know who he was.
I love my wife. Oh, yuck.
Is this a good time to go to Super Chats?
Yeah, let's check out a few Super Chats.
Cat fight.
Good morning, Kiki.
Nice podcast, Stuart. This is going great. Another win for the toe.
Always.
Always. Here's one that'll go down well. From I can't remember who. Yeah. Aaron is a tiny pain. I think that's the thing that people write with. Nick makes me.
My name is
Geezer.
Is that what that makes her elderly?
Oh, there we go. And then this one's from
stimulants can age people.
Citizen M. Aaron's a genuine cowherd through and through. So,
hey man, that's what I do. I book myself on other people's shows so I can ask the guest questions.
I didn't
like
book
a real
myself.
man.
I didn't book myself. I got invited
to talk to me. Now, if I would have gotten to a thing,
all right.
If I would have gotten a thing from Hughes that says, "Hey, you want to come on with me?" My buddy Dean reads a lot of shit about you and wants to talk about you and wants to interview you and wants to use boxing as like a subterfuge to it.
So I guess he's the Aussie guy, but I guess the scoop is that he's a guy. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. But then he knew his first name. No one ever knew this gentleman's name, which is, I suppose, doxing. And then he goes, I investigate everyone. So you are sitting on the internet. I told you your neighbors didn't like you and you had nothing to do. Aaron, I told you that. Toe. So he says, Dean. Right. So the host of the show has said, in a brilliant way, said really nothing during all of this. And I can't watch much more of this, but we'll press on just for a minute. Okay.
Then we could have done this, but that's not what you did.
Well, so you should be mad at Hughesy, not me.
I never could be mad at Husey. He's way more likable.
I couldn't contact you, Aaron. I'm blocked. You've blocked me, so you.
Because you were probably a cunt.
I couldn't give you a heads up about
so
this.
Wait, so you're blocked? So you're saying this is not the first time you've been a rat fuck piece of shit?
No, I mean I tagged you in the tweet where I clipped your story about getting in your wife's face and yelling at her while you're in her face. I clipped that story and I tagged you and I said how abusive and disgusting this behavior.
Everyone who's ever been blocked has never done anything wrong. I just did this. I've never.
No, I literally just spelled out what I did. I clipped the story of you abusing your wife. And I tagged you and I said, I think you're garbage for this.
Okay. And now you got to go on a show and you got to say that.
Yes, I got to tell you your face.
And I still think you're a rat fuck piece of shit.
That's great, dude. I'm happy you feel that way.
But the fact that you did it like a little is my I'm a
bitch, Aaron. I'm a bitch. Does that change the fact that there's two women you're not allowed to talk about because you're so harassive and abusive? You're not allowed to talk about. Does that change that fact? That I'm a rat fuck
that's a fact. That's 100% a fact.
That is a fact.
Are a boilerplate. Like you are a stereotype. You're not even a real guy. You're just kind of an amalgamation of message boards. That's you're just kind of a.
So he is looking at the message.
You're kind of an amorphous blob.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've never been to Kiwi Farms, but that's where we found the documents about your harassment.
I thought you've never been to
where Kiwi. Your wife. No, that's what I said. That's where they were found, and then they appeared on Reddit and all that, where. There's documents suggesting that your ex-wife, April Imholt,
you know what? And I got to tell you, buddy, ex-wives never lie. Ex-wives never lie. But you know what? Dude, I get it. You didn't like me when you came in here, so you look for things that could have confirmation bias. You go to imright.com. You go, there could never be another side to this story. It has to be what I need to believe about Aaron. It's okay, dude. I've met.
Aaron. Toe, why did you do this? Why did you go on this show? What did you expect to happen? So I will let you all finish the clip if you'd like to. Thank you, Doom, for clipping it. Thank you, Doom. Great clip. I don't know what Aaron expected to happen. However, today I tuned into his program and the cope was insane. It was insane. I'll show you that as well. So here's another Doom clip. Doom, thank you so much. Johnny just on his own stream basically said, yeah, if somebody's doing that to cats, then they deserve to be in prison. Aaron goes on his own stream a little bit later. I guess it was from an evening last week. And he's like, you're being gay if you think. Like, I'm cool. I'm edgy. And you're just being a sensitive gay wad. So, let me see here. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Yes. Thank you, Doom, for this clip. Shout out, Doom. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We love the clippers. We can't get enough. We can't get enough.
Here's what I did this weekend in terms of internet shit. Red Kiwi Farms when I wake up in the morning. I love it. I think those guys are funny. I did the Husey thing.
Internet.
Then I went to the beer and cider tasting, and then it was all football. So I don't know any news. I don't know any gossip. I know, like,
that's all you do.
SP filled me in. Like Johnny was getting a little bucky on his show. I don't understand these guys. Like, I didn't get when Corey did it. I don't get why Johnny does it. But like, Corey would do this thing where he wanted to separate himself from Steel Toe. He wanted to show I'm not Steel Toe. And he would do a really boring fucking show. Like, instead of like kind of doing what we do, which he had the ability to do. He was talented enough, and just keep that audience like fucking fiending for that shit. And you could have grabbed a following off of that. Like I said, we got 1,100 people watching us at our peak, whether it's Rumble or YouTube and Rumble Monday through Thursday. We got 1,100 people watching us. That's a good chunk. We got 3,000 or 4,000. Oh God, that's just YouTube. We got like 6,000, 7,000 different human beings every day watching our show.
We got 3,000 or 4,000. Oh, he's so disingenuous. I can't. Oh God, he is. We got 3,000 or 4,000. Oh, wait, Aaron, that's just YouTube. We didn't think about Rumble, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo. Please, please, please help me, help me, help me. My neighbors hate me. Help me, help me. My children think I'm a laughingstock. Help me, help me. Oh, yeah, it's just YouTube. I misspoke.
And like you could get a big chunk of that, but they try to like Johnny and Corey both make this big mistake where they go, I'm going to try not to be Aaron. It's like you understand people only watch you because you're on with Aaron. There was no clamoring.
I think that's I think everyone here right now, let's take a deep breath. Something that will help your soul is like, let's all try not to be Aaron. Wow, I feel so much better because none of us would be. No one wants to be you. No one. No one wants to be you. No one has to try not to be you.
For the Johnny show or the Corey show before you were on with Aaron, they want what steeltoe gives. Like I told Corey, I go, honestly, dude, when we were on the radio, I told him, why don't you just do a steeltoe after show? You'll make money. And he didn't want to do that. He was too proud. He didn't want to do the steeltoe after show. He wanted to show that he could do his own show. How'd it work out? Like you can say whatever you want about me. You can A-log me. You can think I'm the worst guy in the world. How'd that work out? Johnny's kind of doing the same thing where he wants to go, I'm just going to get high and rip off my vape and not listen to anything Aaron says about doing a show. And it's like,
by the way,
it's hard not to be a little insulted by that. And then SP tells me about this clip where she goes, oh yeah, Johnny was saying he was shitting on you about your take on cats. And then he referenced me and my.
Somebody always tells him about the clip. As if he's not watching literally everything. You have no one left. I know for a fact you're watching everything. But somebody told me about the clip. It's not very good broadcasting to not look into it if you're going to talk about it. Toe.
A dog. And you. And he was being shitty about it. And I went and watched it. And I'm like, this motherfucker just got a death wish? Like, what? Does he want me to yell at him? I don't want to yell at him. Believe it or not, I got enough shit going on in my life. I don't need to fucking set Johnny straight. I don't need to discipline Johnny, you know? But he's fucking boo-hooing about how I'm talking about cats. Dude, fuck a cat. I hate cats. I've said this for over 10 years.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating
I don't
the
care
cats.
if they all die.
The cat.
A cat dies, I feel nothing. I'm sorry if that's my take. It's a funny fucking take.
Isn't it?
It's brutal. It's mean. It's harsh. It's what a steeltoe audience likes. They like my pit bull take. I fucking hate them. If they were all wiped off the face of the earth, I think we'd be better off. But he's
wow, hot take. You know, a conservative person hating pit bulls, and apparently your, you know, I don't know if you'd call her girlfriend, Slam Piece, has a pit bull. So you're nice to that dog. You have a Chihuahua. Animal. Don't. Yeah. You know what? Maybe it's just weird when maybe it's just weird when people are creepy about animals. Animals are the best. I live with a devil cat and I still love her. And I fear for my life with that cat. Maybe it's just like, oh, it's a hot take. I'm edgy. I don't know. Maybe it just got the guy like, I don't know. I think that's fucking weird. It's not funny. It's weird. I suppose you could make it funny, but you don't have a funny bone in your body. Anything can be funny, but you don't have the wherewithal to make it funny. It's just gross. Toe. Moo.
He's on his show fucking bitching and bloviating.
Bloviating.
Disgusts me, his take on cat. Fuck you. I don't care if all your cats die in a fire. Honestly, if your cats died in front of you and their bodies were eaten by scorpions, I wouldn't give a fuck. Is that what you want me to say? Because if you ever like go on your show and away from me try to like talk shit, like my take is mean-spirited, you know how I am. I'm defiant. I'll just be meaner. When did people become fucking pussies?
This is the problem I have. I've said it once. I'll say it over and over again. You know me. I'm defiant. You're not the cool guy. You are not punk rock. You're not. Look at you. You're matching your hat to your jersey. Toe. You know me. I'm defiant. Fuck the man. Stop. It's embarrassing now.
Remember when we started this show and we became super hot and super big because we just said shit? We just went, fuck it, man. We're going to talk shit. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. We're just going to say the shit we want to say. And now you look at how big of pussies my haters are. They're the biggest bitches in the world. They're like, Aaron says stuff that's kind of racist. Of course I do. It's funny. Aaron says stuff about women that's kind of mean. Of course I do. It's funny. And then they think
it's not. Well, no, you are a racist, and you do have you have untoward things that you've done to women. So it's not really funny for you. It's not really with you about free speech. This all makes so much sense to me. Like looking back to, it's like. It's very interesting. You just, the Cope trying to get, Gino on his side after he did talk a bunch of shit about us. But he was like, yeah, well, I could be like that. I could be, yeah, cool. Free speech network. Yeah. He never flew us out. He barely paid us when we were on his fucking show, but we were doing him a favor. We never expected anything until, okay, it's going on for months. He's a walking contradiction. Everything he does. He's a walking contradicto, and
I look like the bad guy. You understand? Like to the rest of us, you look like a bitch. You look like you guys give us more than enough money. So if people clip my shit and make money off it, fucking good for them. Good for them. But a guy like Husey, he doesn't make a good living off of this like I do. Because he doesn't put in as much time. It's not because he's not talented. So don't clip his shit, please.
When it works for you, don't clip his stuff. Why? Because that's one of the most watched clips like this week. You're like, Kiki, I had a problem with a clipper, and she's stupid and a bitch for that. I just didn't like one guy. Love the clippers. I would never say it again. But don't clip Husey's stuff. He doesn't make a good living like Toe. So I guess Toe's met the goal. So clip him and don't donate to him, I guess. He's living life like it's golden, ladies and gentlemen.
Joe Schmo says, sounds like Aaron and Johnny aren't far from Splitsville.
Yeah.
Johnny's going through some shit, that's for sure. I will never kick Johnny off this show, but I don't know if he'll quit or whatever. He's gotten weird, man. Like, everyone's forgotten the spirit of steel toe. Maybe it's because I've gotten in a lot of, shit recently, and I've taken some fucking wrong turns in life, obviously, and I've been fixing those. But like, I know the spirit of steel toe. I know what it is. It's uncensored talk. It's saying whatever the fuck you want. It's fucking around. It's telling jokes. It's saying inappropriate things with your friends. That's why we make our haters look like pussies and speech police, because we say whatever the fuck we want, and they have to then try to hate themselves. Like, our gimmick is say whatever you want, tell inappropriate jokes, fucking be dudes. So then
be dudes. He's about meeting guys. He's about meeting girls. Anybody else, they can go fuck themselves. It's the spirit of steel toe is I'm edgy. I'm cool.
In order to hate our show, you have to be bitches. So we get to make fun of bitches. It's kind of nice. But sometimes my co-hosts turn into bitches. Like Johnny with this cat thing is out of his fucking mind. He's going through some shit. It's fucking gay. Like, honestly, if I ask him about it tomorrow and he comes at me with this gay fucking cat shit, I'm going to rip him apart.
Okay. So, yes. It's going to be real gay. Real gay. Imagine, how about you talk to Gino about his cat? Happy birthday, 6. That's gay, though. That's so gay. I'm cool. I'm a manly man. I didn't get cucked out of my life. So today, the cope was insane.
I'm going to watch Pat McAfee today. I'm going to watch Chris.
And again, this morning. So
how about we're good? Then we got the Texans this Sunday, dude.
Exactly.
A couple of coming up, spending any money this week. I think I'm going to take the money I usually spend during the week and treat my boy. My boy today comes up to me. The neighbors and I are having a couple of beers on the deck. All of our kids are out in the yard playing.
Okay.
And, no, Charlotte's hanging out with the big kids because we had the speaker going and we were all picking songs. So she was making bracelets. She got a new business venture where she makes bracelets and sells them to kids at school. It's actually kind of a cool racket. But
look at Johnny's face.
We were all talking, and my son comes up to me. He goes, "Dad, I want to go to a Vikings game." And I responded to him. I cried for about 15 minutes first.
What?
I just openly wept. And then I said, "Yeah, bud, we'll."
I didn't even see this part. He cried for 15 minutes, you guys. Look at Johnny's face. I have to go. I can't do it. I have to get out of here. I don't think I can do it. Happy birthday, 6. He cried. So from what we just watched, because Johnny was like, yeah, I don't really like the cat thing. Kind of is creepy, but he's gay. What a gay wad. I'm edgy. I'm cool. That's steel toe,
I'm about having a good time. I'm about meeting girls. I'm about meeting guys. And whoever doesn't like it can go fuck themselves.
But his son said, I would like to go to a Vikings game, father. And he cried for about 15 minutes. Look at Johnny's face. Look at Toe's face. First, after the children were playing in the yard while I was having a beer with the neighbors that don't like me, and they don't exist. I don't think the neighbors exist at all. I never met any neighbor when I was there. Where were they? Who knows? I don't know. Johnny, look at his face. I didn't mean to pause it here. Look at his face. He's like, who's gay now, Toe? First of all, I cried for 15 minutes after my children were playing in the yard. See, Quartz, I'm a good father. I'm a good father, aren't I?
We'll go to a Vikings game. And I'm like, fuck yes. The only thing about taking him to a Vikings game is that's not a drinking Vikings game. That's a different kind of Vikings game for me. Oh, you muted yourself.
Oh, that's right. I
was looking down and talking, and then I didn't hear anything, and I'm like,
yeah, no.
So
I'm sorry.
looked up,
muted
and
myself because
you're
I was
talking,
trying to
and
move
you're
the chair.
muted.
Good job listening.
Are you going to still do the box seats thing? Like you do the whole like ticket thing? Or
Okay. So that's the other thing. So yesterday, I'm sitting at home, but I'm still playing the ticket game. I'm still looking.
Mm-hmm.
Upper club seats for $95 a pop. Lower club right on the field, $135.
Blah.
You boom down 49. Not happen today. We've got an awesome show coming up. I can say this. I can't say too much about it. I can't go much further. But I have a meeting with my attorney today. And if you can see by my face, I'm very excited to meet with my attorney.
Johnny
today.
went.
I'm picking at my own skin. I'm excited. I cannot wait for this meeting.
Joey, how about those gay town centers?
Look, I've been doing a great fucking job at keeping my mouth shut so far, and I'm going to continue that trend. There will be some things.
Just saying this is not keeping your mouth shut. Get out of it, Johnny. I've been doing a great job as I pick at the welts on my hands of keeping my mouth shut so far, but I can't wait to meet with my attorney tomorrow. And we will come up with a plan. I don't look at the internet. I never look at it. Ever. Johnny's like, just please don't make untoward comments about cats anymore. It's just rude to me. I can't do it. It's insane.
So I wouldn't go. I wouldn't keep going. I wouldn't.
I was gonna say I wasn't going. I thought you didn't want me to go to the meeting because
I misspoke. I wouldn't keep going then. I'd leave it be, buddy.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm excited about this meeting. I'm picking at my own hand because of this meeting. I know I won't be able to say anything about it today or tomorrow.
Yeah, so I would.
But I do know that eventually I'm going to be able to talk about this meeting. We will remember this day. That's all I'll say. We will remember this day.
Johnny was trying to go.
Excited.
Yeah, don't say anything then, idiot.
It was a great weekend, man. What can I say? Went on Hughesy's show. Had a great time with Hughesy. I fucking called out some steeltoe Reddit guy.
Okay, so again, this is the first clip we watched. Okay. And again, this is this morning, and we won't go on about this for much longer. But this is this morning he was saying this. I had a fun time. I had the best time of my life on Hughesy's show. And I called out some guy. I really called him out. And the cope is going to be insane. This isn't fun to watch. But you can't stop. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Kiki Bucks, Gino Lira, bag, shake. Kiki in the morning. We just need happiness and jubilance, everyone. Isabel Live, thank you for the Canadian $2. Love the morning show. LOL. Yay! Thank you. Bag, shake. 1 million Kiki Bucks for everyone here right now. Okay? And I mean that. It's radical, but I mean it. Oh my God, here we go. Jesus. All right.
That does a steeltoe A-log show.
Okay.
Hughesy asked me to come on to do a boxing show with him. And I'm like, dude, I'll do boxing.
Yeah.
I'll break my
stop hanging out with
I'll break my thing of not doing other people's shows, because the thing about doing other people's shows, you leave money on the table that could be yours. And I'm like, I'll do this shit on my show for but it was about boxing. And I'm like, I fucking love boxing. And I love talking boxing with,
internet people that you don't know.
With Husey, yeah. And this guy came on and I sniffed him out like a fucking bird dog. I had people all weekend just writing to me, messaging me, going, dude, you fucking sniffed that out. That was incredible. That was awesome. They loved when I would ask the guy a question and then laugh at him and go, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares what you think. But he came on.
Does that, from what I showed you earlier, seem like what happened at all? Or did Aaron's face get red and was he wearing a ridiculous outfit and he got freaked out and started convulsing? You didn't tell me you were, we were going to do an interview. I'll do an interview. Just kidding. I probably never would do an interview with you. I thought we were going to talk about boxing. I thought you had so many friends. I thought all the neighbors, you had too many things to do with your neighbors. Why would you go on this show? But he's like, everybody messaged me and told me how cool I was. And I was quite cool, Johnny. You wouldn't believe it. He's like, no, I would never believe that. Yeah, I was really cool. I kept calling him out. I sniffed him out like a bird dog. It was awesome. Stop, Toe. I mean, at this point, is it like, is he a genius in the way that like he's such a tard that people can't stop? Like, but I know the man. I don't think it's true. I think from the beginning of the time that I met, don't be the cool guy. You're not the cool guy. Don't do it. The cope is insane. If this were some sort of Kaufman-esque thing, then he's the best. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. But I don't think it's that. I just think it's him.
Under the guise of, I'm going to talk boxing with Husey and Aaron. And then the minute we stopped talking about boxing and he started like sheepishly, passively asking the first question, I just fucking very laid sheepish into him. And I didn't stop laying into him. I didn't let him talk. Every time he started asking a question, I went, shut the fuck up. I kept calling him a rat fuck piece of shit.
You rat.
Because he was being such a bitch. And then I know that you guys in the chat want to believe that this was like some great thing. He messaged me
Look at Johnny. He cannot even look at him. He's like, yeah, sure, Aaron. I'm sure Johnny has seen the clip. It was embarrassing. You're not fooling anyone, Tozeldorf.
Very nice DM after, basically saying, oh, man, thank you very much for doing that with me. I just do it for attention so I can get attention for my show. You were a really good sport. Like, it was such a fucking pro wrestling meet in the locker room and be like, hey, man, great work. Awesome. Awesome. We put on a show for him out there, buddy. And I'm like, yeah, no fucking problem. I go, none of you people, like, you people are all target practice to me. Like, you guys you come in, you ask the same questions. And I called him on that too. I was like, dude, you just keep asking the same question that I've already answered you. You're just upset that you're not getting the answer you want. I'm sorry. And then he starts like trying to ask questions that he knows I can't answer. And so I just start fucking shitting on the guy. He has to fool
himself. Yeah.
Calling him a rat fuck piece of shit.
Yeah,
telling him that he's a bitch. I told him, I go, if you would have done this the right way, like a man, and you would have asked me if I would have come on your show, Maybe you could have done it that way. But now I'm just going to make fun of you. And then I would keep going. I was like, Dean, I look pretty good today, don't I? And he's like, well, you do look. I go, shut the fuck up, Dean. Nobody cares. So
yeah, look, Johnny's like, wow, yeah, you are an idiot. I saw it, and you did not seem cool. That's mental illness. That is mental illness to think that went in his favor. Yeah. Then they started trying to bring up my domestic abuse and, the fact that I revenge porn somebody. And I just told him, shut the fuck up, man. Thought we were talking about boxing. In what world? You're not fooling Johnny. He's still upset that you were talking about cats in that regard. And also, I think he's fed up. He didn't even turn his green screen on. Johnny, you have an open invitation on this program again anytime you want.
And it was a great goddamn time. It was fun on Hughesy's show, and both of them after the show, we're all talking. We're like,
I had the best night of my life. It was the best
that
time
was
ever.
So much fun. So
I
on and so forth.
To the pain.
I just Hughes kept using his real name, and I didn't know he didn't want his real name out there.
Okay.
And by the way, that's another funny part about the steel toe hate crowd is that they'll try to dox everyone in people's private lives. They'll go after every single human being. But the minute I started saying this guy's name, which was Dean, I didn't know he didn't want his name out there. Hughesy kept saying his name. So I go ahead and I keep calling him Dean. And people are like, dude, that was so wrong that Aaron kept calling you Dean. That's doxing and that's so shitty. I'm like, are you guys?
You guys look up people's addresses and post pictures of people's homes. Like, right. There were people that were determined to figure out who California Girl was.
Yeah, bring it to you, Johnny. Bring it to you.
You guys really
get him off of this. Good co-host.
Really don't have any ground to stand on with the doxing thing. Like, there are haters that come in here and use names of actual people that are in actual circles of our lives, and then they'll sit there and say shitty things about us. Yeah. Like, I mean, really, wow.
I just
the
love
doxing one.
I just love
your pearls harder.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, and this is what I was talking about yesterday, where I'm like, when did everybody become a giant fucking pussy all of a sudden? Like, I'm sitting here doing the same shit I've been doing for over a decade.
Bringing up cats again.
Busting balls, talking shit. You can't do a fucking thing to me. I have proven
balls,
I'll do it
talking shit.
And like all these guys every day, they come in. I'm gonna fucking get
I'm
Aaron.
about having a good time. I'm about meeting girls. I'm about meeting guys.
That I'm laughing
and whoever doesn't like it can go fuck themselves.
I'm your obsession. You need to work on this privately. You're not doing well. And then I sit here and I talk shit all fucking day. And then I leave. I go do whatever I'm doing that day. And then I leave these people to lose their mind for the other 19 and a half hours of the day. And
that's what you do.
That Hughesy show was no different. Fuck, was that fun. And I bet you they have not stopped talking about it to each other since I left. Me, I went to the Beer and Cider Festival at Dick Putz Field. Fucking awesome. God, was that fun.
Wow.
You get way too drunk at those, though. There. And you're drinking like 3 or 4 ounces of beer at a time. Or cider or whatever you're drinking. And, we walked there. We walked back.
That
walk back was definitely more interesting than the walk there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't anymore. I cannot spend Six's birthday talking about this gentleman. However, I mean, that had to be said. So